Good morning and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. This is take 2 on this video so far. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate your continued support and it really means a lot to me, so thank you. I will just take a moment to say that I am blown away by the growth of my channel so far this month. It has been phenomenal, and just thank you so much for thinking enough of my content to subscribe. The wonderful comments have been amazing. I do hope it continues after this Creep on June project is finished. Side note is I do think I know what I'm going to attempt to do for my Christmas in July project, and that is based on the inspiration from the Angie Garcia art project. Hopefully I will keep my confidence and try that project. So moving on, today's day 17, and in today's ephemera, we have the grungy little wallpaper bit, which is fantastic. We have a picture of a bureau, an old desk. This is like an old secretary desk. And an old solid oak bureau standing alone in a completely empty room is today's bit. So what I have done is gone through some ephemera bits, and I am actually going to not use this one. I'm going to use this one. And I forgot about this element of the story, so I have to do, I thought I was all prepared with pieces laid out here, but I guess I'm not. So basically the story is that Rose, it's a couple days later after the curtain episode, and she was alone in the house, and she was unable to open the bottom drawer of the bureau. Okay, but there was the additional drawers. They were stuffed with papers and other things. She found letters, postcards, small ornaments, mementos that had belonged to whoever had lived there previously. So then she starts hearing some piano music drifting up the stairs. She thought maybe Alice was back, but she didn't know that Alice knew how to play piano. So that's weird. Like, where's that music coming from? So I will tell you that, well, it's been 48 hours now since I've been up here, but if I remember correctly, I was struggling with the stopping and starting of the next couple of days of the story because it was kind of like all together. So I know tomorrow, day 18 ties in today, into today. How about let's finish a sentence? Day 19 also ties in, so it's kind of like a 3-part story. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to build this yet with the way that it runs, because honestly, this is the story for 3 days worth of background. So I'm really kind of like, okay, I don't want to do too much in today's video that's going to give away for the next 2 days, but it's kind of got to be a lead-in, a setup. So anyway, so what I did is I went through my bin and I found some bits here, some vintage ads. These should be age appropriate. These are out of my Modern Priscilla magazines, and I know they're early 1900s. I had this and I thought it was so cute, but that's 1932. I actually have the date written on that, so that's not going to work. So I thought we would maybe just pull a couple of ads out of here. Here's a piece out of a dictionary page that's about the vertebrae, which I thought would be interesting since we had the doctor and the missus who lived there first, right? They're the ones who built this house. So it's totally reasonable that the doctor and the wife left some stuff. So we've got a couple of house designs here. If I cut those could be like images of house structures maybe that they were considering when they were building their house. We have an old photo that could have been a family photo. Maybe they had a kid that wasn't mentioned in the story. We don't know. So that's where I'm going with this. So I'm going to get everything cut out and back. Like, I had torn this when I was taking it out of the book. So, but that's okay. I'm going to go with the tear, cut back a couple of ads, and we're just going to make a few things to go in this pocket. So today's story is going to be relatively simple. Like, what are some things that we would find in that desk drawer? Because I think I'm going to tie the piano into tomorrow's tag, only because of the way the story kind of flows. I think that going with tomorrow and using the music would be kind of more of a creepy vibe. We'll get there. So I'm gathering and I'm gluing, and I thought, you know what, if we're gonna do a kickback to when the doctor and his wife live there, then I think it's very reasonable that we might find some paint swatches in the desk drawer. So these are clearly too big, but what I want to do is, I think I'm just going to cut some like little bits out that maybe include the color name and just make them like little swatches, okay? Like that maybe, and I'll straighten them up and then I can just back them. This is just painter's paper. I have a roll of it. Mark was using it, and rather than put it back in the other room, he stuck it in here, and I thought, you know, I'll just use that to back my bits because it'll be lighter weight. I did back the houses on coffee dyed paper, so those are drying, but that way I can put more in the pocket or whatever without it being like super bulky. I used one of my gluey book pages and backed our little tuck here. So that's drying. I didn't back this because I just feel like he had torn this out of the dictionary. He wanted to save it. Maybe he thought it would be educational to share with somebody. I don't know, but I'm not backing that piece. I'm on the fence about that, to be perfectly honest, but I like it like it is. So I'm just going to continue. I just wanted to tell you kind of what I was doing. I decided, and these are some pretty pieces, or pretty colors actually. And then I cut that too far, but that's okay. I can cut across there, and then we can make this a pocket or a tuck on another page. So these don't go to waste just because I cut a little bit out of them. So I was trying to like build a drawer, and I have an idea for this, but I think this is going to play into a different day. I've got to finesse that. And so then I decided I'm overcomplicating this. I have things I need to do today, so I need to just get with the program. Still need to cut this down. So I was kind of making a little pouch that we're going to pretend is a drawer that's stuck with all these bits in it. I think. And this piece, it's really not quite big enough. It's not tall enough. So I'm not sure. I think I'll just maybe put something along the bottom that's decorative. I have glue everywhere. I have to clean up my desk. But I think what we're gonna do is today's gonna be a little bit of a simple tag again, just because of time constraints that I have for this morning. And then hopefully this afternoon, I'll be able to do day 18. It's supposed to be pretty warm today. Pretty hot today. We have an excessive heat warning, and since I can't go to the beach like I would like, I'll just be stuck in here. So that's gonna go on there, and then wherever my I lost the desk, it's okay, I'll find it. And then we're going to have our tuck, like I said, whatever I did with it, and oh, it's upside down. We'll have our desk here, okay? And I think I will put something here just to be like it's sitting on the floor. I wonder what I did with that scrap. I have this. We could just do that. Here, we'll just tear a strip of this to be our floor. And then, yeah, just trying to use the things too. So that's going to be our floor there. This will tuck in here. Then we'll have our pocket here that's going to indicate a desk drawer. So what I did was I cut a strip, I think it's 3 1/4. And then I just came in 1/4 inch on each side and scored it. And I have folded that. And then I was debating on gluing, I think I was gonna glue like ridge to ridge on that. I mean, this is not a new concept, obviously. And then that would give us some room, or if I just do one, it just gives, it's kind of like just a different take on a coin envelope. It's nothing special. And then I want to embellish this somehow. But I want to make sure all my bits fit in there. Like I'm going to cut this so I know it's too tall. But then all of these bits hopefully will fit in there. That's probably not going to fit in there, but we'll figure it out. But then I'll just put like a little policy closure on here maybe, or a little wrap or something on here, and embellish it and come back. But I thought that would be kind of a fun little piece to put in our pocket. And so I will just continue to work on it and go from there. And if I tickle in my throat, I'm sorry. If I do anything that's super spectacular, I'm kidding. I don't think anything about today's tag is going to be uber spectacular, but it's going to be fun bits in a pocket to pull out at some point and be like, ooh, these got left in the desk drawer. And yeah, so I'm going to just continue to work on this. I think I'm just going to round this corner a little bit. I don't want that to be stuck or catch on anything. And then I did note on the back of this, it's sticking. So I have to do one more layer of something back here because this is my glue book. Clearly there's glue on that I didn't realize was still going to be sticky. So if you are reusing your glue book pages, you know, just make sure that you're being mindful of what's on the back of them, because it can, especially like in more humid climates, the glue seems to it's reactivating or something. I don't know. Oh, don't throw the floor away. Okay, so then I will continue to work on this, but I just wanted to give you kind of an idea of what I was doing. I think. You like those words? Yeah. I'm just going to kind of snip this at an angle up on both sides, but I want to make sure I do it evenly, and then I'm going to cut this out. And then I'll determine if I'm going to allow for that extra space by gluing those together. And I think I will. I think I'd like to have the option to put some more stuff in there. So let's see. And I want to make sure that I'm kind of, you know, when you score things and fold it, it doesn't always want to go how you want it to go. So I think on this, I'm just going to come up. My cutter bees are downstairs, so I'm tending to use scissors that are too big for what I'm attempting to do. But that is okay. So I just want to come into there. And I'm going to cut just on the inside of that score line for our flap. And I'll finish cutting it. I do have pokey scissors, but I don't like them. My Fiskars scissors, I think I've told you that before. There we go. Okay, so now, oh yeah, I like it. Yep. Okay, well that's good. So we'll just round these edges here, like this, so. Yeah, and then we'll embellish this. And we will decorate it somehow. I don't know. It'll be okay. It's fine. And then we'll embellish it somehow. And I'll get all this glued down. And then this will tuck in here. Yeah. And then we'll have our story also in here. So that'll work. I'm getting nowhere very quickly today, I'll just say. So I decided to make the phrase for today a hidden paper clip because we haven't done any hidden paper clips. And I haven't done one in quite a while, so I thought that would be a good reminder for me. A lot of times I'll use just like clear packing tape. I don't have any in here today, so oops, I'm just going to use a little bit of this medical tape to secure our paper clip. And I am just going to use tacky glue for this. And so it'll take a little while to dry, but the gist of it is I folded a piece of book page in half, okay? And so I've just got my paper clip on here. And I'm going to just secure this with some glue. Maybe if my tacky glue will come out. This is another one. I really need to soak this in scalding hot water and clean this lid and put new glue in here. All of my glues are kind of getting at the bottom of the barrel here. And so I'm just trying to use them up before I put new in. And I do have a love-hate relationship with these Sugar Bell bottles. I really do. Yeah, so the Barely Art Glue is going to be getting opened. I know I mentioned it in a previous video. I just, like I said, I haven't been in here in a couple days. So a couple of things that I wanted to accomplish, I haven't been able to. Okay, I'm not fighting with that right now. So we'll use 3 in 1. But anyway, so yeah. We haven't done a hidden paper clip, and I was trying to remember. Bernice, do you remember what video it was when I made that one from Corey that was out of the book pages that we liked? Because I remember you messaged me, and I told you what video it was. I was going to go back, actually, and look through our messages and see if I could find what video that was, because I wanted to duplicate it. I really need to be saving videos in my or making a list of them for like, hey, if you want to do this again, this is where you did it or where you saw it or whatever. I don't want to do that over the top. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, take that off. Oh, now I'm really going to have to clean my desk because I just stuck that to it. Okay. Focus, Lemon, focus. I got to go down. It's trash day, so I've got to try to clean out the refrigerator. A couple things I need to do household-wise today. Just trying to keep up. Yesterday, we just had a kind of quiet day. The youngest son came over and was helping Mark, and then we went over to his dad's for a little bit. We made a pie to take to him, so we did that. And like I said, just kind of had a quiet day. Not a whole lot. I'm gonna slit that, I think. Just a small slit in the top middle of that, just so that paper clip can kind of poke through the top. Just like about so. Okay. I thought Mark was coming up. He's not. He's just in the kitchen, so sorry about that. So I cut a little bit off the edge here because this is not centered very well. And then I thought, you know, we really could put a dangle through that if I can get a jump ring through there. So I may do something, pull this up a little if I can get it to move some. Cannot, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. How about let's not cut ourselves with the knife today. So I am going to glue this down and I'm going to clip it and then I'll allow it to dry for a while. I want to make sure I am not getting glue squeezing out of our sides here because I don't want my cardstock glued together. I just want my book page glued to the cardstock. So hopefully that makes sense. Like I just got glue down below. I'm probably off screen. I don't want that there because I don't want this getting glued shut. So just be mindful of that. And then when that closes here, I'm going to pull this up some. Maybe. Let's just fiddle with that a little bit. There we go. So now we have a little bit that we can put a jump ring through. And I have that. It's a little distressed here. I'm not going to worry about that because of the nature of this project. However, yeah, we definitely need to clip that down, but I want to make sure there's paper in there. Okay, so we're going to clip this down. Okay. So I'm going to let that dry. I'll figure out what I might want to do for a dangle. And then come back. Or I'm gonna get all these bits cut out. Ouch. I just clipped my finger. I don't think that was necessary. I'll get all these bits cut out. I'm gonna finish. Oh, I had to cut my pocket smaller because I wasn't taking into account glue on that edge. So that'll be better. And I think by putting the paper clip on there, that'll look cute. So I want to decorate this a little bit. Not a lot. I don't want it super embellished, but I want to just definitely get the gist of what it is, you know, that it's the drawer and all that stuff. So hopefully it'll make sense for what we're building today. So I'm just like doing, watching a show, not paying attention to the change in plans I had about the closure. So this hidden paper clip is going to have to be on a different day because I went and put a hole in it. And I'm getting the twine and I'm like looking at this and I went, oh, wait a minute, that's not what I was gonna do. Oh, well now. All right, so I just want a piece of twine that's going to be long enough to wrap around this a couple times maybe. I can't believe I did that. I really was planning on doing the hidden paper clip. I know not to watch TV when I'm doing stuff, but you know, whatever. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, I was gonna get a dangle and everything. Oh, it's all right. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's where my head is today. Mark is like, are you okay today? No, I am not. That's all right. Okay, so I kind of like this end is really frayed. I think that must be like, I must not have used this color yet. So I don't want to lose that end. I really like that. So I want to make sure, am I doing that the right way? I am. I definitely want, no, I want that loop on the inside, outside. I do this all the time when I do these. I'm like, which way does this go so I can get it how I want it? Oh, I can't believe I did that. That's okay. My head is definitely somewhere else today. All right, so I'm gonna get this here. There we go. And it's just a nice light little wrap. That'll work. It'll be fine. Then I found in my Tim Holtz Words interesting items, and I thought, well, that's kind of appropriate. I stamped on our two architecture images, and I just put some numbers on those to be like book pages. I've got the skeleton dictionary page in here already, and I realized my pocket is still not as big as I wanted it. I should have done it differently. I wanted it more gusseted, so I'm still not going to be able to get all the bits put in here, but it'll be fine. So I have my little paint swatches backed and cut out and inked, and I think those are fun little bits. And I gotta fix some glue here. The backs of these are shiny. I did use my art glitter glue, but I didn't sand the backs of them. And Rhoda, I am going to ask Mark for a piece of like just medium weight sandpaper. I know he's got some in the basement. And then I'll just put it in my hole punch and just get around. Then I could just put a Velcro thingy on the back and use it use it as if it were one of Tim's, but make my own. Okay, this was the piece I wasn't sure if it was going to fit, and it's not. So we'll just put that in the ephemera pile and use it. Then this is going to wrap around like so. And I really like that bit. I'm going to tie that together somehow. And so because I messed up like I did, we're just gonna hang that like it's a picture on the wall. Can't believe I did that. That's okay, because actually, so Mr. Bundle, Ernest Bundle, the inspector guy, we have a few days before he shows up, and I have an idea in my head of what I want to do with like all his bits and bobs that he brings, his instruments and stuff, but I'm just not sure how I'm going to make that work out. And oh, that's fine. That works. It's fine. But I just need to put something on here to weight this and tie it. So I'm going to just put a little knot in the end of here. Maybe I should wait to knot it to see if I want to. I mean, it is an old desk drawer. It could very well have a key. It would have a key. I have small keys in the other room, so I'll have to go find them. But anyway, we'll put a dangle on there. Then that'll be in that pocket, and then that will be our piece. So that will be today. And it's kind of plain. It was a lot of work for it to not be more exciting than that, but that's okay. Just all the backing and cutting the little bits, but that puts some fun pieces in there, and it'll be like what you would find in your desk drawer. So thank you for joining me today. If this was a disjointed video, I apologize. Like I said, my head is definitely somewhere else right now, and I like it though. I like it. It's fun. And now day 18, this is all going to tie together, but I have to figure out if I want to just continue with the backs of these, or maybe have this as the front and it flips open and it tells the story with the next tag. So maybe that's what we can do with the next day. Today's day 17. Where's day 18? It must be in here somewhere. Yeah, there's day 18. Okay, so I'll have to read the story and make that decision based on reading the story again, because it's been a couple of days since, oh, I didn't cut the piece of the story out. Goodness, you guys are like, hey, get your stuff together, woman. Okay, so I will get the bit of the story cut out, get it added in. Maybe I'll slide it in behind here and then have that. I think we'll open this because of the story that gets told next. And then that would give us the back for the next day that finishes up those paragraphs.
that's what I think I might do. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me again. Thank you for the kind comments. And I'm so excited about the growth of my channel. I think it's wonderful, and I cannot express to you how much I appreciate it. So thank you and have a great day. Bye.